This is the dungs tree on Brick Dam. As you can see, the fruit is just beginning to grow up. Check this out. One of the trees collapsed. One of the trees fell over here in the Botanical Gardens. And you can take a closer look at the epiphytes.
Oh, this is my day. I'm ready to take it on, come what may.
So last time I was talking about these parasites on the trees. Now you can see that they're growing on the surface. They have roots and everything, but it seems as if they've accumulated moss and earth and dust on the surface of the tree, and they're actually growing on the bark. It could be that they're also penetrating the sap of the tree. They might also be penetrating the tree and sucking some of the tree sap itself, but it seems if most of these epiphytes, see the edges of the leaves have these sharp spines. Look at that. Ouch! They got sharp spines. They can cut you. Ouch! And they're very, very firmly attached. Here. They have sharp spines, so you really can't grab them. And if you tug, they're really tightly. Got it. Ah, look at that. See all the water falling out of the... So it seems as if they collect water from the atmosphere, from the rain, and they store that water, right? They store the water inside these cones, right? So when you turn them upside down, the water comes out. So that's how these guys get water. They're really storing water inside these cones. You can see the water runs out. See, the water runs out. So these cones trap water, probably water condensing from the dew or even when it rains. And that's how these epiphytes get water to drink, to grow. It seems as if they're really full of water. They're mostly water, right? They're suckers. So that's a closer look at these epiphytes here in the Botanical Gardens. Got a closer look and a better understanding of how these guys attach to the bark of the trees. They have roots, but the roots are actually only attached to the surface, not necessarily penetrating the tree trunk, and they grow on the moss and the dirt that accumulates on the surface of the tree, and they trap water in the cone shapes of their leaves, formed by their leaves, the cones formed by their leaves, and it's a significant amount of water. So that's what's happening here in the Botanical Gardens. Here on Tuesday morning during my morning run, just taking in some of the biodiversity in the tropics here in Georgetown, Guyana. Come take a look at the Botanical Gardens if you're in this neck of the woods. Take a look at the epiphytes on some of these trees that are as much as 100 years old. This is the Dungs tree on Brick Dam. As you can see, the fruit is just beginning to grow up. It's like a couple of weeks. A week ago there were no dungs, no fruit on this tree, but now, only a week later, you can see fruit beginning to grow. So this is dungs. It has a hard pit on the inside. So it has this hard pit on the inside. And when it's ripe, it's somewhat sweet. And so there's a hard pit inside. They can grow large, much larger than this. And when it's ripe, they get yellow and then eventually brown. You want to eat them before they're brown because then they start to develop fermentation. They become fermented like alcohol. This one is larger, see? So this one is slightly larger. Still not quite ripe. And that's the pith on the inside. And not yet quite sweet. That's the pit, and it's quite hard. It's very hard. It would break your teeth if you try to chew on it. So that's the Dungs tree. It's edible fruit here on the side of the road in Georgetown, Guyana.